Today we have my friend and mentor, Brian Strump from Live Active Charlotte and CrossFit Steele Creek. First up, as always, is the Google Business profile. At first glance, we've got some really good stuff going on, 4.9 stars and 173 reviews. There's a lot of detail on the hours of business, which is awesome. This is great for when prospects are searching you and trying to figure out, does their schedule work for me? They are utilizing the post section, but the posts are meant for more promotional type content. It seems like more of a mental health type post, which is okay, but I think that stuff is better meant on your blog or on social media. You really want to focus on promotional type content to go onto your Google Business profile. Why? Because it is the stuff that Google wants to see on a Google Business profile. It likes to see that promotional content. Additionally, if someone finds you on a map, they're just Googling gym near me, they want to see if you have any special offers. They are not yet at the point where they might start reading some of the thought leadership that you have. They're just not quite there yet. Seems the last review was made about 3 weeks ago, and we've got lots of responses to all of the reviews on the Google Business profile. The last written review was made about 3 weeks ago. It looks like you are actively getting reviews. Just make sure that your reviews have something written with them. So when you do reach out to some person, one of your members maybe for a review, just encourage like, hey, it'd be great if you wrote a little something about your time here. If you ask them to include specific keywords in a way that's not like, hey, I'm trying to boost my SEO, they will likely do it. If you're to ask a question like, hey, I'd really love it if you reviewed your experience with our personal trainer, then that will start to boost your algorithm for personal training. We even have photos from September. This is awesome. Great job. I actually love that you're putting transformational photos and client stories in your photos section. This is really smart. You've got great photos of your interior as well. I mean, these are awesome. These are professional photos. They look like they've been taken by a professional. It looks like you give a crap about the photos that go on this. And that really elevates the experience of a prospect to your gym. Up next is your Instagram. You have a lot of the same photos that you've got from Google Business on Instagram, which is totally fine. Again, you can tell that they're professional photos. You even have some carousels in here that have your gym photo and a little scroll if someone is really wondering what the 100-day transformation is. You have a call to action in these posts. Overall, the Instagram is really good. Now, if you were to improve something on here, here's what I would say. I don't know who G is, so I would want to know that this is a real person, and I'd want you to tag them so that they can respond to these posts. And you can possibly have people from the gym rallying around them and increase the engagement on these posts by tagging that person, having them share it. The other thing is you've got this person upside down. It says, you can do hard things. Come in and let us achieve your goals. I think you only do this a few times, but this is okay for just like filler, but it's not very compelling. It might be cool if you tagged this person, told us a little bit about what they're doing, where they started, how they got there. Now, not every post has to be like that. So this is okay for filler. Just make sure that this isn't happening a whole lot. In a lot of these posts, you've got some good stories, but nobody is tagged. The other thing that I might suggest that you improve is your bio. It just says your guide to a healthier, happier life. And then it lists your plethora of services. And then you've got learn more, and it goes straight to a booking calendar. My suggestions here are tell me who you serve and what the expected results should be. You don't necessarily have to list every single one of your services unless you really want to and you find that that helps your leads. And then learn more and going straight to a booking link is really misleading. If it's learn more, you're going to send them to a learn more page where they can read more about you. And then it's more of like a softer, hey, you want to book? But if you're going to direct them straight to a booking page, this call to action here should really be book your intro. So decide what you want to do there, whether it's learn more and sending them to an info page or putting book more and sending them here. If you don't think your content is compelling enough for people to book right away, what I would do is send them to a landing page or a link in bio page where they can kind of snoop around and pick their own adventure there. You do want to be capturing lead information. If one of your calls to action is book an intro, you want to collect their lead information before you send them to the book an intro page. If it's download a free guide, of course you want to collect their lead information before you give them the guide. Figure out what you want your main call to action to be. What I would suggest is have a little link in bio page that Kilo gives you totally for free. Include a few different things in there. there. One lead magnet, one call to action that is something like book your intro, and then the last one being something of your choice, like an interesting blog post or possibly the link to your website. So unfortunately, due to location and how you have your page set up, I can't see this page. I'm in Canada, you're in the US. I'm not sure if you've made a setting there where I can't see it. I asked some of my staff in the US and they could certainly see it. So you do have something set up here where a Canadian possibly cannot see this or someone outside the US can't see it. Probably not a huge deal for where you are, but just something to consider. So you can see that we do have this intro cut off. From what I can tell from these screenshots, it does look like you're pushing all of your Instagram posts to Facebook and then you're including a live link. That's awesome. This gym lead machine link is a little bit long, so you might want to shorten that with like a link shortener, but you are again sending people straight to a booking link without capturing their lead information first. Just something to think about. If you think that you're gaining traction on Instagram or Facebook, you may want to actually start collecting lead information there. But my favorite thing is how Brian Strump loves Matthew McConaughey. And then of course your Kilo website looks awesome. You've customized this with your own photos and God, it looks good. You've got recent blog posts. It looks like there's a couple going out every month. This is great. So overall, Brian, not a lot of advice for you. I would go into Google Business Profile and just make sure that the posts that are going out there are promotional in nature. So your 100-day transformation is something you would certainly want to write about, possibly on a quarterly basis. Get into Facebook and update your intro. On your Instagram bio, decide who it is that you serve and what that best call to action is. Think about, do I want to capture lead information? Do I want to push people straight to booking? What's the action that you want people to take there and what benefits you as the business? And then just create the system around that.